Focal TV, bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we bring it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Tobo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Focal.
Away from Liberia's capital, a pleasant good afternoon. Welcome to Focal News Summary. 50 minutes of major news presentations about Liberia, Africa, and our global village. My name is Kay Lyndon Chokba, anchoring this edition of the program Focal News Summary. In the headlines, President Joseph Boakai defends decision to award offshore 4 oil blocks to Nokai. University of Liberia wins Environment Day Inter-University Debate Competition 2025. Daughter of Nancy Dodd accuses Grandida County Senator Zoe Pennon of killing former First Lady Madam Nancy Dodd. And away from home, Israel has inflicted unprecedented damage on Iran's elite. These and many more are all packaged. We're taking a short break. When we come back, then we bring you the news bulletin. Welcome back and thanks for joining us on this presentation. President Joseph Boakai has maintained his decision to award 4 offshore oil blocks to the National Oil Company of Liberia. The Liberian chief executive said his recent move seeks to simplify investment procedure by bypassing lengthy legislative procedures. He argued companies hesitate due to complex legal processes, adding that the move allows Nokai to negotiate directly pending legislative ratification. Nokai has welcomed the decision. The institution, through its administration, has also maintained that the full ownership ensure maximum national return and position Liberia as a major player in Africa's energy sector. The University of Liberia debate team has won the 2025 World Environment Day University Debate Competition. The environmental agency, which organized the competition, witnessed a healthy exchange of public and private universities in Liberia. The debate was part of Liberia's national celebrations of World Environment Day, promoting youth dialogue on environmental action. UL was crowned champion during a grand ceremony at the Painesville City Hall recently, following a spirited parade on the Samuel Kayando Boulevard. President of UL, Dr. Lilia Mapine, praised the team for its success and performance while also urging it towards continuous improvement. The UL president said that the win reflected academic excellence and resilience amid mounting challenges. Doctor of former slain Liberian president has gravely accused Grandida County Senator Zoe Pennon for the death of Madam Nancy Dodd. Madam Mamin Dodd, in an interview recently, claimed Senator Pennon orchestrated the death of Mamin Dodd. She also said, preceding the death of her mother, Senator Pennon had made serious threats against the family on numerous occasions. It can be recalled Madam Nancy Dodd died recently in Monrovia. Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn has held high-level bilateral meeting with the ministers of foreign affairs of China, Wang Yi. The satellite event, which took place at the 4th China Africa Economic and Trade Expo in Xinsha, focused on advancing strategic cooperation between the two nations. Kuhn highlighted Liberia's commitment to the One China policies and praised China's support in various sectors in the nation's development. He called for a stronger diplomatic relation aimed at addressing Liberia's priority area, which include the expansions of renewable energy infrastructure, increased access to Chinese market for Liberian exports, among others. For its part, Wang Yi reaffirmed China's commitment to strengthening cooperation with Liberia across key sectors, which include infrastructure development, energy mining, trade and investment facilitation. The Monrovia City Court will deliver its final ruling to date in the Alson case involving former Speaker Fonati Kofi and three other defendants. Defense lawyer had argued dismissing evidence as unlawfully obtained from random phones, which violates Chapter 11.10 of the Liberia's Criminal Procedure Law on admissible data. Former Associate Justice Waken Rice, representing defense, stated that the evidence is irrelevant, asking the court to suppress it entirely and throw it out altogether. State Prosecutor Counselor Richie Scout counter, saying motion came too late and that once evidence is admitted, it must be weighed by the court. Magistrate Ben Bako noted that the evidence already passed admissibility standards, citing a previous Supreme Court ruling, and confirmed that a final decision will be announced to date. Defense lawyers have rejected social media evidence presented by state prosecutor in the case against 4 lawmakers. The lawmakers jungly described the evidence as unreliable and unverifiable. During the hearing at the Monrovia State Court, lawyers for former House Speaker Fonati Kofa, Abu Kamara, Jacob Dibi, and Dixon Sibo criticized the use of social media content as evidence. The prosecution key witness, Raphael Wilson, the chief police investigator, testified that the evidence was gathered from open sources, including social media. However, the witness failed to identify a specific platform the information was generated from. On the question, Wilson defined open source as public information. He said Kofa and Kamara acknowledged partial recalling, but suggested the clip may have been altered or created using artificial intelligence. Defense lawyer Counselor Jonathan Masakwe challenged the credibility of the evidence, arguing that without specific source, the material should not be admitted. This is a reminder that you are listening to a Focus News Summary, 15 minutes of news presentations about Liberia, Africa, and our global village. Let's take a short break. When we come back, we bring you the continuations of the news bulletin. Welcome back and thanks for rejoining us. Bapolu County Senator Amara Kane has condemned police for what he called a politically motivated plot to arrest Fonati and other 4 lawmakers. He described armed officers escorting the lawmakers to detention as a dangerous reminder of Liberia's authoritarian past, warning such action threatening the country's fragile democratic progress and unity. In the Facebook post, Kane said the image of officers in riot gear highlighted an abuse of state power that damages public trust and legal credibility. He praised the lawmaker clenched face and bold slogan upon release as symbols of resilience against political intimidation and efforts to silence opposition voices in government. Conan called for constitutional reform, arguing that justice must be impartial and lawful, not manipulated by politics or used to punish dissent through selective prosecution. Former Montserrat County opposition senatorial candidate has accused some members of the government of targeting his family. Janet Jallo claims follows controversial social media posts in which he fiercely criticized President Joseph Boakai. While he later clarified that his statement was misinterpreted, Jallo alleges that in retaliation, the Ministry of Public Works illegally vandalized his family property without notice or legal justification. He condemned that action as an attempt to silence his vocal feedback on the government and warned that suppressing opposition through fear is a threat to Liberia's democracy. The Painesville City Corporation has signed an MOU with GoNet Africa Academy to enhance staff capacity through customized professional development and training program. The agreement was formalized Wednesday at Painesville City Hall. Heads of parties participating at the signing ceremony included Painesville City Mayor Robert Bestman and Golden Africa Chief Executive Officer Mohammed Kwekula. The partnership will further promote good governance, youth empowerment, and improve public service through tailored learning initiative capacity building. And on the MOU, GoNet will also offer specialized training, while PPCC will nominate staff to participate in the program. Both parties reaffirmed their commitment to innovations, institutional growth, sustainable community development through collaborative efforts. Nima County District 7 Representative Musa Hassan Bility has called on President Joseph Boyka to audit the legislature. In an open letter, Representative Bility described the legislature as a hub of corruption, alleges systematic theft, and makes use of millions in public funds over several mischievous budget cycles. He also accused lawmakers of diverting development funds for political purpose, noting that more money has been lost to misappropriation. Representative Bility revealed that repeated motions for a legislative audit had failed, urging President Boyka to use his authority under the General Auditing Commission Act, calling it a matter of legacy and national dignity. He challenged the president to clean the system from within and restore public trust in democratic institutions. And not only has Israel's attack on Iran been more wide-ranging and intense than its two previous military operations last year, but it also appears to have adopted some of the strategy that was used in the Israeli offensive attack against Hezbollah in Lebanon last November. This is not only to hit Iran's missile bases and thus its ability to respond with force, but also to launch strikes to take over key members of the Iran's leadership. The strategy of decapitations of Hezbollah's senior figure had devastating consequences for the group and its ability to mount sustainable counter-offensive. Footages from Tehran has shown what seemed to be a specific building hit, similar to the images from Israeli attacks on the southern suburb of Beirut, which culminated in the killing of Hezbollah's leader Hassan Nasrallah. So let's take a short break. When we come back, we bring you a recap of the major development we have been following closely on this segment of our news presentation. Welcome back. So let's recap all of the major stories we have been following. President Joseph Boyka defends decision to award offshore 4 oil blocks to NOCAD. University of Liberia Environment Date Inter-University Debate Competition 2025. Dr. Nancy Doe accuses Grand Jida County Senator Zoe Pennon of killing former First Lady Nancy Doe. And away from home, Israel has launched a fierce attack on Iran. This is Focus News Summary. My name is Kay Lyndon Toba. Thanks to all of our news team for successful packaging this presentation. Thanks to the man Harold S. Board for his effective coordinations throughout this news broadcast. My name is Kay Lyndon Toba. Good afternoon.